This is my disc destroyer. It's a mean little machine with one job, testing grinding discs. With so many grinding discs and countless reviews, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. This is where the disc destroyer comes in. It cuts through the noise, delivering real results. No bias, no sponsorships, just cold hard tests. Grinding discs can face a lot of real-world challenges, like high and low pressures, hot and cold materials, and of course, fast and slow speeds. This machine tests it all, so that we can finally find the truth in the reviews. Today, I'm testing the DeWalt High Performance Type 29 flap disc, coming in at $4.04. Some claim that it works great and that the price is worth it. But others say the adhesive is not effective, not even lasting 5 minutes. So, which reviews are true, and which ones are shit? Let's test them to find out. Let me break this down for you. Each disc will be grinding this test bar to see how much it can remove within 20 minutes time. This will chart out its story, and tell us exactly how this disc behaves based on how much material it removes at any given point. But if the disc stops effectively grinding the bar, or just straight up disintegrates, the test is over. Let's begin. I started by simulating light pressure grinding by using a 4-pound weight on my rig, and this approximately matches the weight of a grinder. When the test started, it removed material at a slow and steady rate, but it only ended up grinding 2 3/4 inches of my test material until the sparks stopped and amps dropped, telling me that this disc wasn't grinding effectively anymore, and this happened only after 5 minutes. These results looked suspiciously close to one of the reviews, so I altered a variable to see if it would change the outcome, and preheated only the first 2 inches of the test material to flash the disc with some heat. This simulates if someone grinds on a hot, fresh weld. After all, this would put the adhesive under more stress. But this disc's performance did not change, despite the heat. It just removed a little more material. And it was still lasting only 5 minutes. This review was starting to look true, but I knew there was something else I could change. What if I turned down the grinder speed from 11,000 rotations per minute down to 6,000? I ran the tests again, and they performed almost the exact same as the faster speed, as we can see in the graph. So what is happening? I inspected these discs and noticed that they were all glazing. The media was flattening out and losing all of its cutting efficiency. These reviews started to make sense to me, but I thought of a way to prevent these discs from glazing. So I shifted the grinder back to top speed and figured the best thing to do next was to change the weight of the pressure we would be applying to the grinder. I swapped out the 4-pound weight and increased it to 8. And when I started the test, I noticed how much steeper our curve was because this higher pressure was removing a lot more material. And it lasted more than 5 minutes. But we can see here that it flatlined, showing us that it lost all of its cutting efficiency by glazing. So why is this getting positive reviews? The only test I had left to do was to add some heat with this 8-pound pressure, and hope that this disc could finally start performing well. And it did. This disc started grinding and grinding and grinding, and ended up lasting the entire test time, grinding off over 15 inches of material. What it looks like here is the hot metal gave the abrasive a soft start. Unlike the cold metal, which is going to be harder by comparison, and a lot more damaging to this abrasive. Which leads us to this question: were these reviews true? Well, yeah, they do work great when applying the right amount of pressure. And for those that had adhesion problems or couldn't last long enough, I recommend pushing a little harder into your material to prevent glazing with this disc. If you'd like to see the data I've collected for this disc, as well as the other discs in these tests, I've posted them at the Fireball forum, linked in the description. I'm going to keep posting more and more of these test videos, so stay tuned to find the truth in the reviews. And if you're wondering why I built the rig the way I did, how it works, and what it's all about, I have a video that goes into great detail that you should check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.